When I'm at the precinct, I tell the guy, I said, this is why you guys have a bad rap. I said, this is why nobody likes you guys anymore. I said, you're lazy. You're too lazy to do your job. And then here's what he said to me. He said, well, if you'd have just waited, they was going to send somebody over there. I just heard it on the radio. I said, nobody told me that, a-hole. And then he starts in with, you don't need to start calling me names. And then I just that's where I had to draw the line.
And welcome back to another episode of True Stories from a Real Private Eye. I'm your host, Vinnie Coppola. With me, as always, is Lynn Lambdin, a real private investigator right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you so much for being here. We do so appreciate it. Lynn, what do you got for us this week?
Well, Vinnie, how you doing this week, my friend?
I'm doing good, buddy. I'm hanging in there.
Well, Vinnie, I thought a couple of weeks ago, I had a run-in with police that, and you know, as everybody knows, I can be a little mouthy at times, especially when I get a little unhappy. So I had a situation with the police where I was a little unhappy, and I thought this week that I would tell people how not to get their ass kicked by police.
Yeah.
Because I've had a few friends who's got their ass kicked by police, and you know, right now there's a lot of controversy in the news about the police, and we'll just leave that alone. But I thought I would, you know, tell them my experience that I had with the police, and you know, just let you know where to draw the line.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm driving down the road, and I'm in Cobb County, Georgia.
Okay.
And it's the Cobb County Police Department that I encounter. I'm driving down the road, and I see a wallet laying in the road. And me, being the good Samaritan I am, I thought, that's somebody's wallet. And I pulled over, and I go out in the middle of the road, and I get the wallet. Now, I'll tell you why I done that. Because at one point in my life, I was young, I was in my 20s. I had a car broken into, and they stole my wallet. And it caused me such a headache. And somebody returned my wallet with my driver's license and all this stuff in it, my credit cards and, you know, things in it that I needed. And I really appreciated it.
Oh, yeah.
And so I seen this wallet in the road, and I thought, I'm going to return the favor. But I do things like this all the time. I stop and I help people on the side of the road, and I stop and I help people change flats. Now, I don't help everybody change flats. If I drive by the road and I see you out there, Vinny, a strong, strapping young man, I'm not stopping. But if I see your wife, I'm going to stop and help her change a flat.
Right.
You know, it just depends. If I see an 80-year-old man out there, I'm going to stop and help him.
Yeah.
You know, if I see somebody struggling, I'm going to stop and help them. If I see somebody that knows what they're doing, I'm not stopping.
Can I say something real quick? For all of you out there listening, and for you too, Lynn, if you see me on the side of the road, I'm really not that strapping. Help me out.
Please stop.
Please stop and help me out. No, but I hear what you're saying, pal. I'm the exact same way. Matter of fact, I have pulled over and rolled down my window and said, "Hey, do you need any help?" You know, and they're like, "No, I'm good, thank you." You know, and blah blah blah. No, I'll give you one more. I hate to take us off track here. I'll give you another one. If I have any cash or change in my pocket or in my console or something like that where I can easily get it, and I see somebody, you know, begging for change or something, I always give it to them. Yeah. Because I'm thinking, hey, I might be that guy one day. You know what I'm saying? Who says that's not going to happen? You know?
Oh no, I agree with you, Vinny. I agree with you. We're all
and moreover, you know, I've been hungry before, and you know, had to pull change together to get something to eat. I've been there, you know. Yeah. So here you go, pal. Get something to eat. You know.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
And if it's alcohol you want, hey man, have a drink. You need it. I don't care. But here you go. Anyway, sorry to take us off.
But I stop and help people all the time. So I stopped and I got this wall down the road. And I was in Cobb County, and I was kind of in an unfamiliar area, and I didn't know where any police precincts were. So I called 911, and I said, "Look, I found a wallet laying in the middle of the road, and can you send a police officer out to get it? And the 911 operator hum-hoed around and said, well, no. The police officer wants to know if you can bring it to him.
Oh, God.
I said, no, I'm right here in the Walmart parking lot. I said, I don't know where I'm at. I'm not familiar with this area. She said, well, you're not too far from the precinct. I said, well, that's good. Send the police officer to me. And I says, ma'am. She said, well, get a pen and write this down. I said, ma'am, I'm driving. I said, I've been taught not to drive and write. I said, so I don't have a pen in my truck. You know, so she's being a jerk. So now I'm kind of being a jerk about it.
Right.
And I said, no, send the police officer to me. And so I see a police officer drive by. I mean, he's not on the street I'm on, but he's on the cross street. He just drives by. He don't have his lights on or anything. Now, why he couldn't have come 2 blocks and picked up the wallet is beyond me.
Right.
So I said, ma'am, I said, don't worry about it. I said, I'm just going to throw the wallet down here in the Whataburger parking lot, right here by in the Walmart parking lot by the Whataburger. And if you guys want it, come and get it. Yeah. I said, obviously the wallet is stolen. And I said, it's got the guy's credit cards. It's got the guy's whole life in his wallet here. I said, it's got his driver's license, everything. I said, so I'm just going to throw it down here in the parking lot and you guys do what you want with it. I said, I'm going. I said, I don't have time to mess with you. So I thought about it for a second, and I thought, I can't do the guy that away.
Right.
I said, I wouldn't want anybody to do me that away. I can't do the guy that away.
Right. I was thinking that sounds a little out of character for you, buddy.
Yeah, well, the operator made me mad.
I know.
And if it would have been her wallet or the police officer's wallet,
happily.
I would have threw it down. Actually, I'd have threw it in the trash and went on.
Yeah.
But since it was an innocent bystander's wallet that was obviously stolen. Yeah. So I Googled the precinct, and the precinct was probably half a mile away. So I drive it over to the precinct, and boy, when I get there, I give them an earful. And I said, you know, you guys have a really bad rap right now. And I'm not talking in a normal voice. I'm yelling at him. I'm saying, you know, you guys have a really bad rap. I said, this is why.
Yeah. And
here's the problem, Vinnie. As I'm going to the precinct, I drive by a Cobb County police officer sitting in a parking lot.
Right.
Just sitting there doing nothing.
Yeah.
All he had to do was cross the street and come and get the wallet. But he told...
The dispatcher could have easily...
Well, yeah, but he told the dispatcher, have him take it to the precinct. I'm not going over there.
Yeah.
Now, this is your Cobb County Police Department.
Yeah.
So I go to and when I'm at the precinct, I tell the guy, I said, this is why you guys have a bad rap. I said, this is why nobody likes you guys anymore. I said, you're lazy. You're too lazy to do your job. I said, it's pretty obvious that the guy's wallet was stolen. I said, it was thrown in the middle of the road. I said, I didn't find it coming out of Walmart and between Walmart's front door or in a parking space or Whataburger's front door in a parking space. I found it in the middle of the road. I said, it's obvious that somebody stole it, took what he wanted out of it, and threw it out in the middle of the road. I said, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
He said, well, yeah, you're right. That's kind of what it looks like. Looks like a stolen wallet. And I said, and then here's what he said to me. He said, well, if you'd have just waited, they was going to send somebody over there. I just heard it on the radio.
How long? Yeah.
Well, I said, nobody told me that, a-hole.
Good for you.
And then he starts in with, you don't need to start calling me names. And then I just that's where I had to draw the line.
Yeah.
So I just went and got my truck and left.
Yeah.
Because I knew if I kept on,
yeah,
I'd have been calling my wife from going, yeah, honey, I need you to post bail.
Yeah, right. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's where I had to draw the line. And when A-hole slipped out, and he told me I didn't need to start calling him names.
Yeah.
I knew that Vinnie, I said, that's where I got to draw the line.
Yeah.
So I just went and got in my car and I had to drive off. And I wanted to go back and say some more stuff, but I just couldn't.
Of course.
Vinnie, It irritated me so bad.
Yeah. Just, yeah.
All they had to do, and see, here's how I know that they could have found the guy. I was driving down the road once, and a girl I was in the turn lane, and a girl didn't want to sit in the turn lane because I was in the front. I got there because it was like a 2.5 minute light. And if you get there at the beginning of the 2.5 minutes, you're in the front. If you get there at the end of the 2.5 minutes, you're way in the back and you have to sit there through 2 lights.
Right.
Well, the girl didn't want to sit at the back of the light, so she come up in the go straight lane and wanted to cut me off, and I wouldn't let her cut me off.
Yeah.
So she called the police and told her I had rammed her car. And she got my tag number, and the police called me immediately.
Yeah.
So I asked the police officer, I said, how did you do that? He goes, oh, once we got your name, we could just pull your phone number. It's no problem. Well, this guy's driver's license was in his wallet, so they could pull his, and this was Cobb County Police too.
Right.
So they could have just called the guy and said, look, somebody found your wallet in the middle of the road. Have you been, somebody steal your wallet? Have you been broken into or anything?
Yeah.
And he would have said, well, yeah, my wallet's been stolen.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably had his current address, everything nice and easy.
Oh, yeah, his current address is right on there.
Yeah.
Well, me being the detective that I am, I have looked the guy up, and I've called him, and I've left him several messages, but he hasn't called me back.
Yeah.
And
you don't even know if he has his wallet back yet.
I don't even know if he has his wallet back yet. But I've left him several messages, and I know it's his phone because he says this is so and so, and I'm not going to mention his name until I talk to him.
Of course. And did you tell them, hey man, I found your wallet, I turned it over to the police?
Yes. Yeah.
He's probably going, well, how'd you get this number? Well, why did you just bring it?
Well, what I wanted the police to do, Vinnie, was because I didn't handle the wallet. I picked it up with a napkin and laid it on my bumper.
Maybe dusted it for prints.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh man, I doubt they went through that much trouble.
But
what do you think?
No.
Yeah,
but here's the thing: if they would have dusted it for prints, the chances that they would have found somebody in their system was probably somewhere in the 60 or 70% range, because people who do that are repeat offenders.
100%. Yeah.
And they could have caught the person and put them in jail.
Yeah.
That's all. Look, I hate a thief with a passion.
Right.
And I just wanted the thief that stole this man's wallet to be punished, because he probably busted the window out of his car or popped his lock, costed him thousands of dollars to get his car fixed. And I just wanted the man to be taken off the street.
Yeah. But the police didn't want to be bothered.
The police did not want to be bothered under any circumstances.
This episode is brought to you by Simple Funding, LLC. For all of your pre-settlement funding needs, contact Simple Funding, LLC to receive your money promptly. They're a customer-centric legal funding company that provides exceptional funding solutions at affordable rates. Simple Funding covers a diverse range of cases, including car accidents, slip and falls, worker compensation, medical malpractice, wrongful death, and more. They recognize that life goes on and you need to access your funds immediately, which is why they offer clients a swift and efficient process with minimal documentation requirements. For more information, visit simplefundingllc.com or contact them directly at 678-855-6232.
Yeah. Listen, man, I hate a thief too, but I also hate a cop that's just punching a clock, man. You know, I mean, they sign on to, come on, are you going to serve and protect, or are you going to serve and protect? What are you going to do? Well, they're going to sit in the parking lot and ride the clock until their shift ends. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Well, you know, we discussed that one case where that the police officer said, you know, that we can be shot at. He wanted a cush job.
Yeah. Yeah.
How much more cush could this have been?
Yeah. Yeah. Just go return a wallet.
Just go return a wallet.
Yeah. And if you're feeling extra saucy, dust it for prints, and put the print in the system and just check it out. Just check it out.
Yep.
You know? Yeah.
Just check it. And you don't even have to arrest him. SWAT will go arrest a guy if there's a hint on the fingerprints.
Yeah.
And see, I run a dash cam that runs 4 cameras. My dash cam has 4 cameras. So
all 4 sides, front, back, right, and left.
Yep. And
smart. Very smart.
So I pull the dash cam. I pull the video off my dash cam. So if they ever try to say that it was me that stole his wallet and tried to turn it in,
Yeah.
Because
here's me picking up the wallet in the middle of the street. Yeah.
Well, here's me driving down the road, and here's the wallet appearing in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
And here's me going to pick up the wallet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to make sure that I saved that before I talked about it, because you piss a cop off.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that cops, some of them
hold
grudges for a long time.
Yeah.
They don't hesitate.
Yeah.
They so don't speak your piece, Vinny. When you have a cop, speak your piece. Know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But don't go too far. Yes, Vinny, I've always been of the mindset, obey the police at the scene, keep your mouth shut, let them do their job, and argue with the judge.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I found I was working a club in Chattanooga, Tennessee. And right next to the comedy club, there was a nightclub. And it was a late show. It was a Saturday night late show. And I'm walking back to the condo, after the show, and I saw a girl's driver's license on the sidewalk. And I said, "Oh shit, she's probably looking for this." And I just mailed it to her.
Yeah.
I just no return address. I just go, found this on the sidewalk, thought you might need it. That's all I wrote in there. And just sent it to the address on the driver's license.
Yeah. Oh, well, she probably got it.
Well, how many times have you moved and it's taken you like 6 months to a year to change your address on your driver's license?
Well, not many. I don't move much, Vinny.
Yeah.
But I have moved, and it does take me a little bit of time to do it. But see, I'm lucky. I got a wife that says, "Okay, we're moving. Change your address."
Right.
And she makes sure that's taken care of very quickly. So
yeah.
So. But I did have my wallet stolen once, and man, it was a mess.
Oh man, I've lost mine once, and you just feel,
Yeah, I went to
naked. I don't know what's the word. It's just like you feel like.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Like your whole world's gone.
Yeah, your whole world's gone. There you go.
Your identity. It's like you have no identity.
Right.
Yeah. I went to the DMV to get my driver's license replaced when mine was stolen.
Yeah.
And they said, we got to have 3 forms of ID. And one of them has to be your birth certificate.
Right.
And I'm thinking, birth certificate? Why does one of them have to be my birth certificate? And they said, well, proof of birth.
Yeah.
And my dumb ass went, proof of birth.
Yeah.
Is this not proof of birth?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm standing right in front of you.
Right.
And and I got to thinking about it. And I say I'm from Tennessee, so I called my mother, and I had her go by and get, because she lived in the town that I was born in, and where she could get my vital records and get my birth certificate. And she went and got my birth certificate for me. And I got thinking about it, and I could have gave her anybody's birth certificate at the DMV.
Right.
Because there's no picture on it. And if there was a picture on it, it would have been the picture when I was born.
Right.
So I could have gave them anybody's birth certificate.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So you give them 3 forms of ID: your birth certificate, and two bills.
Yeah.
Like a utility bill, a power bill, and a gas bill.
Yeah.
So I could have took your birth certificate, your power bill,
Yeah.
and your gas bill, and I had my picture put on it, and now I'm Vinnie Coppola.
Right.
And the DMV would have been part of my scam.
Right.
So why wouldn't they have gotten arrested for being part of the scam?
Yeah. That's hilarious. I never thought about that. Yeah, the birth certificate doesn't have a picture on it,
Yeah.
and if it does, it's a baby. So,
So how is a birth certificate a proof of anything?
right. Right.
And that's what they. And,
I don't even know if I don't have my birth certificate. And if I ask my mother, Mom, I need my birth certificate, I don't even think she knows where it is. That would be.
well, I can get your birth certificate.
You can get it.
Yeah, it's just vital records. You were born in Florida, right?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah. All I need to know is just a few things about you, and I can get your birth certificate.
Oh, how long does it take?
Oh, a couple of weeks. Depends on how backed up the vital records of Florida is.
Yeah, a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
Wow.
or the county you were born in.
Yeah.
So basically, any thief that knows anything about you can go get your birth certificate. See, my mother
Right.
went and got my birth certificate. I didn't go get my birth certificate.
Yeah.
But my point being is that anybody can. So if somebody breaks in your house and gets your birth certificate, or if somebody knows enough about you to get your birth certificate. See, I go get birth certificates and death certificates all the time
Right.
for attorneys and for legal purposes all the time.
Right.
For um, um, for whatever purpose it may be, for wills and estates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But let's say that I wanted to do something nefarious. I could go find out enough information and order somebody's birth certificate and go get an ID in that person's name. And now I have an ID, a legal ID from that county in that person's name.
Yeah.
Think about that.
Yeah.
A birth
That's crazy.
certificate, it is the system that we have set up is useless.
Yeah.
Because I could have told my mother, I could have said, mail my brother's birth certificate to me, and I could have went and got I could have said, mail my sister's to me,
Yeah.
and said I had a sex change,
Right.
and they would have gave me a driver's license and her name.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's true.
it's true.
It's true. Yeah. Do those people really, really, really like? I mean, are they just like, oh, here's the 3 pieces of paper. All right, here's your ID. I mean, are they really looking at them? Blah blah. Reading everything, and just I need 3 pieces of ID. Here they are. Okay, here's your ID.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a birth certificate. What they needed at the DMV at the time I went, when my wallet was stolen, was my birth certificate and 2 utility bills, and I gave them a gas bill and a electric bill.
Right.
Now you tell me how that those those 3 documents was was any form of ID.
Not to me.
Well, here's what I said to her when I went in the first time. I said my driver's license was stolen. Can you give me a copy with a new number on it? She said no. I said, well, you can pull it up and see that it's my picture on it. She said no. She said no. She said we can't do that. You have to prove that it's you.
Yeah, but you can pull it up and look at it, right, lady?
She goes, well, you need proof of birth. I said, I've already done that. That's what I said. I went, ta-da.
Yeah, right.
And I said, I've already done that. You have it in your system. So, and here's what she done. And when I went and got my birth certificate and the other 2 forms of ID, and I come back, I stepped over in front of the camera. She goes, oh, we don't need your picture. We're just going to give you your old one. that she wouldn't give me before.
Right. But now that you have these 3 pieces of paper.
These 3 magic pieces of paper.
Yeah. Right.
And I said, are you going to change the number? She said, no. I said, why not? I said, ma'am, I told you that my driver's license was stolen.
Yeah.
I said, what if a thief robs a grocery store or a convenience store and then on the way out throws my driver's license down to make it look like that it was me? I said, if you give me a new number, then you know that that was my stolen driver's license. She goes, we can't change the number.
That don't sound right.
That's what I told her.
Yeah.
I said, you're not making sense, ma'am.
Yeah.
I said, that driver's license was stolen. I said, here's the police report. I said, here's the police report where they were stolen.
Yeah.
I said, wallet, driver's license, credit card. I said, right here's where everything was stolen, made by the Sandy Springs Police Department. I said, can you please just change the number? No, we're not changing the number. So she would not change the number.
This episode is brought to you by the Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates, voted the best law firm by the American Institute of Trial Lawyers. When life hits you hard with a serious injury, don't let insurance companies hit you harder with lowball offers and endless runaround. You deserve justice. You deserve compensation. You deserve to win. The Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates have a high-powered legal team with a nationwide reach and the highest rating on the National Attorney Rating Service. Trial Magazine calls them one of the most influential law firms in America. They win big. Big results at trial court, appeals court, the state Supreme Court, and are recognized as award-winning litigators of the year. The Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates handle everything so you can heal. Don't face this battle alone. The aftermath of an accident is traumatic enough. Medical bills pile up, pain overwhelms, emotions run high, and that's where they step in to shoulder the legal fight while you focus on what truly matters, your recovery. They are the first law firm to offer a bigger settlement guarantee. If they can't beat the amount of your current settlement with a bigger settlement offer, your legal fees are free. Ready to win your case? Find out in one phone call if you have a case and how much your case is really worth. Call the Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates today at 1-888-477-0597 or visit them online at becauseyouwanttowin.com.
I don't believe that they can't do that. I don't believe that. I believe she didn't want to do that.
No, well,
You caught her 5 minutes away from her break, bro.
Well, obviously. Yeah. So she would not change the number. And
but what do I know? What do I know? I've never worked in the DMV. I don't know how those things work, but it just doesn't sound right.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
No. Well, I mean, you would think that they would be somewhere in their computer system. Driver's license was stolen.
Yeah.
You know.
Cancel this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Issued new driver's license on this date due to old driver's license being stolen. Here's scanned copy of police report.
Right.
I mean, it's simple. I mean, it would be so much. I mean, it'd be simple. I mean, it would. You would think. I mean, you know, because think about the injustice that it could cause of taking someone's freedom. If a convenience store was robbed and someone was killed and they threw my driver's license down at the scene, you think about how much trouble it could save one individual or a whole police department investigating a crime.
Yeah.
If the DMV would have just took, 30 seconds to go stolen driver's license, issuing new number.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about it.
Right.
And then I find out later by the Georgia State Patrol that I guess the person who stole my wallet tried to use my driver's license to cash checks.
Really?
Yep. Sure did.
Oh, and were they bogus checks?
Well, sure they were bogus checks.
Yeah. So that could have got you in trouble.
They would have gotten me in trouble.
Yeah.
Except the clerk was wise enough to say, the picture don't match the face.
Yeah.
And she called the police.
Yeah.
and kept the driver's license.
That's good. Good for her.
Yep.
Somebody doing their job.
Somebody doing their job.
Yeah.
And when she called the police, the Georgia State Patrol showed up. And the Georgia State Patrol called me and asked me how this person got my driver's license.
Yeah. What'd you tell him?
I sent him the police report.
Oh, that's right. Right. Yeah.
Sent him the police report.
He broke into the car.
Yep. Broke into my car. So if it wouldn't, and this happened like a year later. This was like a year after my wallet had been stolen.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I wonder what else he'd use my driver's license for.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
And got away with it.
Now, if they would have issued that as a stolen driver's license, every time that if they would have entered that into the computer, it would have come back as a stolen driver's license.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're perfectly capable of doing that.
They're perfectly capable of doing that.
Yeah, these time clock watchers, these clock watchers, I call them, just don't want to do their job. Makes you sick.
Makes you sick, Vinnie. Yep. But it was like a year later. It's like I think it was like 13 months, 14 months, but it's a little over a year.
Yeah.
Come back that it was a clerk up in Cumming, Georgia. This guy was trying to pass a bad check, and she says, "This ain't you on this driver's license."
Yeah.
And she said, "You don't get these back. I'm calling the police." And he bolted, and she called the police, and the Georgia State Patrol came out, and he called me and said, "Did you give him these driver's licenses?" "Hell no, I didn't give him my driver's license. Let me send you a copy of this police report."
Yeah, yeah.
So at the time, this was back in the 90s. I faxed him a copy of the police report.
Yeah.
And they never, I don't know if they ever caught the guy or not. I never heard anything else.
Yeah.
But I was glad that my driver's license had been taken off of the street.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all I wanted in the beginning was with my driver's license taken off the street.
Yeah.
And all they had to do was change the number.
Yeah, and just flag it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Just flag it. And they wouldn't do it.
Lazy people.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll tell you where the DMV was at. It was the DMV on Roswell Road in Sandy Springs, right over by Northridge. You know where I'm talking about? That DMV right there.
Yes, I do.
Yep.
Yes, I do.
Probably been there to get your driver's license renewed.
No, actually, no.
No?
No, I go to the one up here. It's right next to Canton.
Yeah.
There's no one ever there. There's no one ever there. Yeah. It's so nice, man.
Yeah. Yeah, well, maybe they would have been a little bit more helpful if I would have went there, Vinnie.
Yeah, well, they're bored over there. Oh, something to do. Yeah, I'll cancel that.
Well, maybe these people need something more to do.
Yeah,
you know, they didn't seem to be that busy when I was there.
They're not. They're just stamp, I go over there.
Yeah.
Stamp, click. Here you go. Can I see your 3 pieces of paper? Do you have 3? Just hold them up for me.
Yeah, pretty much.
They don't really give a shit. Do you have them? Yeah.
And that's all it was, Vinnie. That's all it was. She made me call my mother in Tennessee. My mother had to go to the Department of Vital Records in the county that where we lived in Tennessee, get a copy of my birth certificate where I was born, mail it to me, and I had to take it back over there. And she says, "Yep, here it is, print." And she couldn't have done that just by going,
Yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You should have asked for this. Go, ma'am, why would I claim to be?
Well, why couldn't she have done what everybody else does? Like when you go, some places you go, you got to have 3 forms of ID. You got to have your driver's license and 2 credit cards.
Yeah.
Why couldn't she have asked for like 2 bills and 2 credit cards?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, okay,
right.
here's my 2 utility bills and here's 2 credit cards, or here's my gun carrying permit, or anything. Why did I have to go through all this to prove that, at least my gun carry permit has my picture on it?
Yeah. Now I know that there's somebody out there listening to this right now going, "You stupid fuck. They want to know that you were born in this country." Well, just listen to how Lynn talks.
Yeah, but my gun carry permit
Yeah.
shows that I was born in this country.
Yeah. Another form of ID.
Another form of ID.
Yeah.
And it has my picture on it. But we're not asking her to give me a driver's license out of the blue. I already had my driver's license. We're just asking her to do what she was going to do anyway, and that's just print my driver's license, print me another copy of my driver's license.
Right.
That's all we were going to ask her to do.
Yeah.
I already had the driver's license. I'd already proved that I'd been born in this country. I'd already.
It's in the computer right now.
That had already all been proven.
Right. Right.
My driver's license was there.
Right.
I knew the number, everything. Had a copy of the damn driver's license on my phone. Well, no, actually, I didn't have a copy on my phone at that time. I didn't even have a phone that took pictures at that time, so I did not have it at that time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I do now, but not that it matters.
That's actually a smart thing to do, is to keep a picture of your ID on your phone.
Yeah.
Yeah. For a situation like this.
Not that they would use it.
Right. Of course not. But
Yeah.
how many times do you have to fill out an online form or some kind of stuff, and they want a picture of your ID, and now you got to take a picture of your ID and all
Yeah.
that?
Yeah. I keep a picture on my phone now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But back then I kept a copy of I kept my driver's license number written down.
Yeah.
Not that I could remember it, but I kept it written down, and I knew my driver's license number.
Yeah.
And she said that. She told me that don't make a difference. We don't care. She said you could remember anybody's driver's license number.
Yeah, but my picture's on it, lady.
Yeah.
I just look it up.
Yeah, and I had my gun carry permit, I had everything. No, actually, I didn't have my gun carry permit because it got stolen too.
They stole your gun carry permit.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, they stole everything. But I did have a couple of credit cards because I called my credit card companies immediately, and I got those canceled. And you just cancel those, and you give them a couple pieces of information over the phone, and they'll mail you a credit card immediately.
Right.
And since I had co-credit cards with my wife, I knew the credit card numbers and everything, and they just sent me those. So they'd come in the mail, and I'd already got those. Yeah. So I had credit cards in my name, and I had my utility bills because I didn't carry those in my wallet.
Right.
So I had enough information that I could get but I didn't have my gun carry permit because it got stolen.
Right. Crazy.
Yeah. But I did have an expired one, but they won't use that.
No.
But I did not. At the time, I did not have my current gun carry permit because it got stolen too.
What a pain in the ass.
Yeah. Everything I had got stolen.
What a pain in the ass.
And I'll be honest with you, I don't carry but 1 or 2 credit cards in my wallet. And so if I've got, if I have 3 or 4 credit cards, I keep them at home. I put them up in a drawer, and I only carry 1 with me.
Yeah.
And so I only got 1 in my wallet. So I'll have my debit card in my wallet then I'll have a credit card. And I don't even use the credit card. I just carry it in case of emergency.
Yeah.
If I have a blowout or something and on the road need a tire or something like that, I'll use it. But other than that, I don't carry it with me. I mean, I don't use it. So I had credit cards that I could shown if they would have used it, but they wouldn't use it.
No, they need their 3 special pieces of paper specific.
Yeah. But proof of birth just kills me. It
is. That's funny.
We need proof of birth.
Yeah. Here I am.
Yeah. Now I understand proof of birth, that you need proof that you were born here in the United States if it's the very first time you're ever getting a driver's license.
Right. I know.
I understand that.
I was joking.
I get it. I understand that. But why do you need proof of birth if I've already got the driver's license and you're just going to hit print? Why do you need that?
Yeah.
That don't make any sense to me.
Because it's our policy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's our policy.
I mean, you're not even going to change the number for me.
Yeah.
I can't even get you to
Sir, don't come in here with all that logic. It's just our policy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that was a fun one, Lynn. Hey, if you guys like stand-up comedy and goofy videos, like I say every week, check me out online. Give me a follow. All my social media links can be found on my website, which is www.vinnie.com, which is VINNIE.com. If you're looking for someone, if you're trying to surveil someone, if you need to serve someone papers, ladies and gentlemen, Lynn Lambdin is the best. Tell them your website.
www.lwias.com.
Absolutely. And thank you, Simple Funding and the Accident Attorneys of Monge and Associates for sponsoring this episode. We do so appreciate it, and we appreciate each and every one of you. We'll see you next week.